This is a mostly true story about how the Idaho Freedom Caucus outgunned the establishment Republicans. Idaho has always been a state where freedom reigned. People lived life peacefully, not interfering in the lives of other folks. But as things do, that started to change. Establishment Republicans took hold. Those law dogs started running the state like it was their state, not the people's state, spending way more money than Idahoans could afford. Them establishment dogs didn't give a dang if this spending might burden hard-working folks. And them old dogs tried to hide their shenanigans by passing these big laws called omnibus spending bills. These omnibus spending bills let them old guard coyotes funnel coin to people who did Yankee work, like doing studies. They doled out cash to bureaucrats to tell Idahoans they couldn't do their farming or run their business like they used to. And then good ordinary folks in Idaho started noticing spending climbing higher than a lonesome pine, more government telling them how to use their land. Some young Idahoans got rustled up. They feared their state might start looking like those expensive states with lots of crime, places where people couldn't afford a roof over their heads, like New York, or worse, California. So those good folks ran for sheriff, or more aptly, legislators. And there was plenty of women folk, too, who also were angry. Folks liked what these rabble-rousers had to say, and they elected them. Not a lot, but enough to stir things up in Boise. In all, there were 12 brave souls. That posse of 12 went to Boise to clean up the mess there. They wanted to stop those old guard Republicans from taking money away from the hard-working folks in Idaho. These new folk told the old guard to stop passing those laws that nobody knew what's in them. Those great big omnibus bills, which is the name for a big spending bill that pays for a lot of graft and silly stuff like paying professors to use fancy textbooks called Open Education Initiative, giving money to farmers not to be doing any farming, or paying college kids to act like thugs. The new cowboys and cowgirls said, let's just pass the spending that keeps the lights on, just enough to keep the government running. Then later we can talk about all that other spending. The old guard fought back. They told the new folk that nothing was going to change, and they went and started passing those big damn omnibus bills. But this time, the Maverick said, whoa, Nelly, we're not backing down. We want to slash them taxes, and we need to hold up on all this spending. These new bucks and buckettes started telling the folks back home about the Boise shenanigans. The working folks got rustled up. They used modern phones and email to tell the old lawmakers they didn't like seeing those bloated budgets and being told how to live their lives. Even the modern news people started asking questions about all those backroom deals. Those old lawmakers were getting shellacked. Lots of them got spooked. So them old law dogs said to the new bucks and buckettes, we'll do it your way, this time. And they passed a budget bill that everyone could understand, with just enough money to keep the government running. It didn't have any of that expensive fluff that gives money to all kinds of cow manure. And history will tell the story of the year 2024, when the new sheriffs and sheriffettes came to Boise, Idaho. They began cleaning up the big spending ways of the old guard. But the fight goes on, and future episodes will be written.